What's going on, y'all? It's your boy DJ D Wiz.
And I am DJ Key Product.
And welcome to another episode of the Life Show with the Hittas.
Yes.
Man, big shout out to Tyrone. We
in the studio.
We up in the studio now.
Yeah.
Man, as y'all can tell, like I said, we in the new studio. I'm actually excited because we just cracking the concrete up in here. Just cracking the concrete.
Still getting some things together and in order, but you know, at least over here it's complete. Yeah. So we good over here.
We almost done over there. So,
yeah.
So don't worry about that. But let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. First off, like I said, shout out to Tyrone for helping get in the studio.
Shout out to Tyrone.
You know, he quick, fast, and in a hurry all the time. So you already know. Shout out to the rest of the team that's getting the rest of the studio done over there.
Yeah.
Shout out to the brother Key over here.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Jay.
Shout out to you, Wiz.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay. He'll be with us in a couple of minutes. He has to do a run. Let's go ahead and get into it.
All right.
First off, I want to start off by getting into the whole thing that's going on right now, and a lot of people wanted me to talk about it, and that is the self-hurt.
Self-hurt.
Yep. Or self-harm, as it goes.
Self-harm. All right. So, cool.
A lot of people who I will not name have been come to explain that they have gone through emotions and have done self-harm themselves. And I can say that I never done that, but I know what it is to come across it because I've seen people do self-harm themselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I stop it, because it's one thing to do it to yourself, another thing to see it done, like when somebody's actually doing it to them.
Yeah. So
it kind of threw me off, but I still had to, be there for that for them, and actually explain to them like it's not worth like causing pain for yourself.
Yeah. And
most of them have been going through problems like relationship problems, family trouble, job issues, financial struggles, all that, and they find themselves at a loss. But not only words, but action.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I want to say for those people is, I want you to keep staying positive. I want you to start off by staying positive, keep that mindset throughout your life, because for one, self-harm is it's another thing when you do it to yourself. Like when others do it to you, it's the same effect, but it's even worse done by yourself, because I had to ask them what made you feel like you need to do this to yourself, and majority of them said it was because they felt like they was at a loss. Didn't have no control. Yeah, like they felt like they had no control over what they could do and everything. They felt useless. So that's the only thing that they can cope with. A lot of people try to find hope, like obsessive eating disorder, taking it to drug or alcohol abuse. But for them to self-harm, it's something way deeper. It's way deeper than that.
Yeah.
And I gotta say that it's another story once you see it in action. How I seen it in action, I'll tell y'all the story. I came across a good friend of mine. This person was actually going through financial struggle.
All right.
I told them to come to me when they needed help, and this person really just couldn't find the words because they didn't want to be a burden to him. So they kind of just kept it to themselves. One day we was all chilling, having a good time, laughing, and that's crazy because for somebody who was going through that struggle, they still find time to try to put on the face for other people to let them know that they're okay. When in reality, you know,
they not.
In reality, they know that they're not okay.
Yeah.
But this person, they had to go to the bathroom one time, and the guy that we was at his house, he had 2 bathrooms. So this person did say that they was going to the upstairs downstairs because the upstairs and downstairs one. So I just randomly wanted to go wash my face real quick.
Yeah.
Because I felt like it was humid outside. I felt like my face was sticky. So I went to go wash my face real quick, you know, splash some water on my face. And I went to the one that was downstairs because that was the closest one.
Right.
So once I went down there, I caught this person in the action. And me and them just had a whole deep conversation. Everybody was wondering where we was at. But they eventually came to go, you know, find us, see where we was at, and we all sat down and just talked. And it was like we all just formed even a bigger bond, because you think that you know somebody, like y'all all talk.
Yeah.
Y'all all like just talk about little funny experiences that you had, you know, growing up and everything. It's different. It's different when you have to have that conversation with them on a deeper level.
Yeah.
When we all let it out for each other, it was different. It was real different, because we had to tell each other what we struggled in life with. And also, not only that, we had to tell like the pain that it caused us, and self-doubt, you know, struggle, feeling like that we a burden to each other and we can't ask each other for a favor, because nowadays it feels like we can't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But at the end of the day, we still went like, look, I don't like, y'all is family from that moment, because I shared all this with y'all. I feel like because I opened up to y'all, I can trust you. So we need to like, not only that, we need to make a bond. Like soon as we leave this room, we family, like for real family.
Yeah.
And that's what ended up happening, because all it took was just for us to talk to each other and let each other know, like, it ain't sweet. You know, it's not so much of a decent, you know, life that I'm living right now. I'm really going through stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like as long as we have as long as people have those conversations with each other, whether it be with a friend or a family member and everything, even a coworker that you console with, sometimes, you know, have that conversation, you know, because you'll never know what the other person was going to tell you their story about.
Right.
So that's one thing. What you got to say?
Self-hurt is serious, and it needs to be addressed. I feel like if you can detect it early, you can treat it like cancer. Detect it early,
right,
and try to, you know, find a way to you know, properly address what's going on. I know in some cases it doesn't. In a lot of cases it doesn't work that way, and in some cases it's truly unfortunate, but it's too late.
Right.
So, you know, I think a lot of people resort to self-hurt because, you know, you may have people that really don't understand, and you have some people, they will be like, well, I don't want to burden you all with this, because you might have something that you currently going through, so I don't want to add on to what you already got going on with my struggle. So, you know, but it is important for us to talk, and that's the whole thing about any type of relationship is communication, you know. So, like, I understand where you coming from. Like, if you dealing with some things, if it's severe enough, and like, you know, some things can be fixed with just talk.
Yeah.
And you know, seeking, other help like therapy or whatever it may be, counseling, whatever. If we just talk, then and you feel comfortable enough with that person to open up, then go ahead and open up. Right. I don't really have like a story of anyone trying to hurt themselves, but I did have a cousin that tried it, attempted to do it. I believe it was twice last year. I don't too much know the details of everything, but I just know that there was at least 2 attempts last year. I haven't heard anything recently, so I'm guessing everything has calmed down. She's getting help and all this other stuff, but yeah, self-hurt is serious, and any type of mental condition, it is serious, and depression is real, and so, and it is an illness, just like alcoholism, and some people, to get away from what's really going on, they will turn to the drugs, the alcohol. Sometimes it's sex and it's other things, but be careful, because those things can become a problem within the problem, addiction again. But, so, if there's anything going, and you have the person that you feel comfortable disclosing that information to, come ahead and talk. Right. Come ahead and talk.
So, yeah, like you said right there, go ahead and talk to that person. Yeah. No matter what it is.
I get it. Like, not to cut you off, but I just want to add this last thing. Like, I get it. Some people may be too embarrassed, but don't feel embarrassed. Like, if there's something going on, you do need to open and release,
Do anybody in the comments real quick? Because I can't even check my phone. We got connection problems too.
Yes, we do. Here it is. You got actually about 4 or 5 comments that are going on, all at the same time. Okay. So I'm trying to get all of the comments. Dex says, "Wait till you get into a marriage, it's over with." Stephanie said, "Speaking of self-harm, I've seen my sister almost kill herself, and I was a little kid seeing it too." Dexter said, "Man, look, you got to put people in their place." Stephanie says, "I got a story to tell on self-harm, but I don't put in the comments too many weirdos and creeps, so I understand."
And then you got trolls out there too.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing about the internet. Internet is unfiltered, and there's no chill. So what's like people's real pain, when they're displaying it, everybody's not going to have the best intentions, or everybody's not going to show you that sympathy. You are going to have some trolls out there. So I understand that, her not wanting to disclose it. And that's a personal thing too.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want that type of energy, especially if you being vulnerable at that stage. Yeah. So I say just make sure you find a better way of venting, because a lot of us, all we want to do is vent whenever something that we're struggling with. Yeah. And sometimes we can't find that one person to go to. I say keep looking, really. And also, I said, record yourself. If you record yourself, just talk. Just for real. Just
I never really tried. I never tried. I might try. If I ever have, like,
you got to try that, like, because for real, once you, and you don't even gotta listen back to it, because some people feel like if I do this, then I listen back, I'm not gonna like what I hear.
Well, Dex said, unless you choose not to put yourself in bad positions.
Well, see, sometimes, like, with that, putting yourself in bad positions. I see what he's saying with it, but
Right.
sometimes you don't know. Like something may seem good at first, and you know things can change. Like people can switch on you, and people can left field you. So
Definitely.
you gotta know how to adjust and find a way out of whatever situation they might be in.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, and then like what Dex said, like there are some people that are, you know, purposely, like, you know that that's a bad situation, but you'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's kind of on you if anything does happen.
Yes.
But you can still get out.
Yeah, but the thing is, don't feel too closed off to not want to tell somebody something that's going on with yourself. It was so many times I thought I was a bird trying to tell people that I deal with on a regular basis about stuff that I'm going through. And really, if y'all want to thrive, you know, in y'all friendship, you're gonna have to tell them what's going on with you, because they really care about you. They gonna bug you about it. Yeah. And I say get it out while you can before it ends up happening in a later situation where you're gonna bring it up and it ain't gonna have nothing to do with what y'all arguing with.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, stress and anxiety is for real, man. And that's no joke. Stress and anxiety, once you start experiencing stress and anxiety, man, it's like chasing a rabbit down a hole. Mm-hmm. You never know where it leads, what it can get into. You never know what feelings you harbor for so many years. And so the thing is, again, stress and anxiety will kill you. It wasn't meant for us to carry all of that stuff. And so that's why I tell people on an everyday basis, man, look, don't stress yourself out over things that you cannot control.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's also what they think that is the problem. They feel like they don't have that much control over things going on, but you just gotta roll with it sometimes. You know? It's not the fact that you losing power. It's just life goes on. Mm-hmm. It's not finna slow down for you like that. You know, sad to say it. It's not finna slow down for you like that. The best thing you can do is find peace with yourself.
Dex said it's a part of maturing, Wiz, and accepting that you do have a comfort zone with others. And then Stephanie says so many people struggle with anxiety too. And that's a true point. Yeah. Because whenever you get caught up in stress and anxiety, that's what'll take you. That's what'll push you overboard. We already deal with a lot of stress and anxiety every day. You know, stress on our jobs, stress in the family, stress in our personal lives, anxiety because of coronavirus, anxiety because of, you know, we don't know what, you know, a person could do coming down the street in a hoodie, in a coat. You know, here it is summertime. We got a lot of stress and anxiety that we deal with on an everyday basis because of the unknown. Right. But see, here it is, you know, a lot of people do meditation, music, a lot of those things to get, to kind of take them to a different place so that they don't have to, you know, so that they don't overwhelm themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but one thing that I don't want people to do is try to find that way of, you know, coping with it through drugs and alcohol, any other things that can harm themselves physically and mentally too. One thing that's also I say is important, besides, you know, physical harm, is mental harm. And what I mean by that is people who indulge in watching stuff that knows that's gonna hurt.
Wow.
Like scary movies or something?
No. No. If you like scary movies and everything, you just like scary movies because it's a scary movie and everything, then that's okay. I'm talking about those one who are in relationships that go on to somebody else, the person that they, parted ways with, and looking through their whole thing, their whole page, and find out that they, this guy or this girl just moved on and everything, this, that, and the third. I see that you got you a whole new business and all of this, that, and the third. And not only that, they check out other people's relationship pages and they for real just go like, man, I'm never gonna find somebody for me. Like,
relationships are stressful.
Yeah, but I mean, like when you're in the single type of life and you broke up, I don't think that's a healthy way of coping with a breakup is through going through their page.
Are you talking about just stalking your ex? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like stalking.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that truly is crazy. Now you need some mental help. Mm-hmm. You need some professional help to where you can get free from that stuff.
Yeah,
because
and too, like you have people that have this mindset, like if something, like if the relationship fails, they have this. Well, if I can't have you, nobody can, and so it will take them into like a area where they, now they are stalking you and doing all this and watching your every move, and they all on your page and everything. And even if they've been blocked, they gonna find some kind of way to get onto that page. Like they'll make another page just to try to see what you're doing and everything.
Somebody just said something about something else that stresses you out is the news. Looking at the news, and then they said something about with relationships, consistently looking at old text messages. Yeah, that really, that's stalker mode right there.
Definitely. Well, see, I blame with the coronavirus and everything. I kind of blame the news because even last year, when we were at the height of everything, that was all you saw on the news. 200 people died today. Another 1,200 people have been infected. This was all you saw. Yeah. And then in the afternoon, the governor comes on, and then the president comes on. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. Like it does do something to you. A lot of people became depressed during that time, and people lost income and all this other stuff. So
wasn't able to go anywhere.
Right, you can't
trapped
go anywhere.
In the house.
Right, you confined to your house and everything. And so I get it, but the thing, this the question that I asked them. In that instance, are you gonna live in fear?
Are you gonna live?
Because a lot of people live their life like they let fear lead
or drive their life. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. They allow things to drive their life. They allow fear, bad relationships, bad experiences. They let all of that drive their life. So whatever you do, just you gotta be smart in who you allow to come into your life, because that could be the difference between you excelling and then you getting into a rut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why I feel like something it's hard because you don't know the person that you're dealing with is just gonna be a lifetime thing, or is this just gonna be a seasonal thing? And right. I think that's one hump that we got to get over. If somebody's just with you for a season, then that's just is what it is. Yeah.
You got a comment that says it says number one. Hold on, let me get back to it. Says not always stalker mode. Sometimes when a person is mistreated, they look for closure and sometimes blame themselves for accepting the poor treatment or even dealing with that person. It's fueled by anger, not stalking.
So why fuel that anger though? I just say, why feel that anger?
Some people do be looking for that closure, but I took a psychology class back when I was in college at Moraine Valley Community College out there in Palos. Shout out to Moraine Valley. But that's a little bit of free promo. But anyway, I took a course in psychology, and the professor said there's no such thing as closure. I never really understood that because, like, you know, you hear people, well, I just need some closure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what closure are you looking for? You know, are you trying to get answers to the question? Like, because there's a lot of whys. You know, why did it end this way? Why did this happen? Why did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the harsh reality is sometimes you're not going to get the answer to those questions. You just got to be strong enough to move on from whatever it might be, you know. So she was saying, because it was a female professor. She was like, "There's no such thing as closure." So, you know, I'm kind of in agreement with it, but at the same time, I still fully don't know. You know, I'm not a psychiatrist.
One comment says emotions are real, and it's just that simple. Emotions are real. Yeah. And that's the thing. We got to deal with the emotions that we have. But how do you deal with the emotions that you have if you don't have the mental capacity to deal with it? That's the big thing, I believe. Because, yes, emotions are real. But what do you do with your feelings and knowing what to do with your emotions when you don't have the mental capacity to to get over it or to get through it?
I think that's when people need to start looking into themselves and actually observing their reactions to certain things, and also studying their own habits, because you'll be surprised what you'll find out about yourself just by being observant to yourself. Yeah. You'll start to feel like there's some things that you will tolerate, there's some things that you won't tolerate. Yeah, there's some things that you'll, dismiss, some things that you won't.
Like, what's your relationship with yourself?
Yeah.
We hear all the time, you have to love yourself.
But did you really look into that, though? Because a lot of people will brush that off and be like, man, and talk like, a whole bunch of nothing.
Man, like, if you by yourself, man, talk to yourself. Not you don't have to answer, but
but you are gonna answer. Right. That's why you're talking to yourself, because you're looking for the answers in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's there in some cases.
In other words, you're rationalizing things out. Rationalizing, should I say.
Yeah.
But talking to yourself is actually healthy. It really is, because a lot of times when you talk yourself through things, then you actually have the answers in you. That's if you have a stable mind.
Because I'm going to admit something. That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And then I think that's the importance of hobbies, too. Hobbies are therapeutic.
Yeah.
Like drawing.
Not a lot of y'all have.
Like drawing. When I was a kid, drawing was a hobby. And model trains was a hobby. I might get back into it. I don't know. But yeah. But in situations, and I had like things that I've gone through when I was a kid, but that was what I sought refuge in. Drawing, playing games, like I said, model trains and all that stuff. I didn't really start talking to myself until maybe age 13 or 14. And, my mom caught me doing it a couple of times. And she was like, well, what are you doing? Like, who are you talking to? This, that, and the third. And I was like,
some holy water.
Yeah.
I cash you out.
As I got older and continued to do it, whenever I did have conflicts and stuff, like I did find myself having the answers to whatever it was, and then feeling better afterward. You know, so I never was the type to like, well, you know, this got me to the point where now I'm gonna start cutting myself, or I'm gonna start, you know.
But again, people have their mental capacity. They don't want to harm somebody else.
Right.
They
so
would rather turn the hurt
yeah.
on themselves, and that's the thing. And here it is. You got some more comments that are relevant to this.
Yeah.
Here it is. Who is this? Stephanie says, I never understood that either. There's no such thing as closure. People handle their emotions very differently, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
And then Dorinda Kling says, easier said than done once you're hurt. You know, talking about, you know, just dealing with your emotions.
But the thing is, yeah, it's easier said than done, but are you going to do it?
Right.
Yeah.
Even if you gotta cry about it,
right?
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You know, let it out.
That's the thing. Are you going to do it? That's what's the
yeah.
Because a lot of people will just sit back and take
bottle
it like it is.
Keep it bottled up.
Yeah. And then try to throw it out on somebody else later. So is that either you gonna deal with it now or have to deal with it when you do it to somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
So it's either choose one. Pick your poison at that point.
Yeah.
I say I'd rather have you do it now than having to do it to somebody else later. And that don't mean self-harm or indulge in something that's gonna end up hurting you. Just let it all out. So once it's all out there, you better off.
Yeah.
Somebody else says self-blame, like you blaming yourself for what happened in a relationship, in a bad relationship, or in a situation. Because I know people that have been raped, people that have been molested, and they feel bad that they did not have.
Like they feel like they at fault.
That they were at fault because of what happened.
Right.
And so now, what do they do with those emotions? What do they do with that? You know, what they're feeling on the inside. You really need some, you know, not just professional help. You also need some spiritual help too.
Yeah.
So it's all a matter of, do you want that help too?
Yeah.
But you got to get before that. You got to get to a place where you get comfortable enough to talk about it.
Yeah.
But some people they'll take that with them, and you know, eventually it comes out.
But see, that's what people are dealing with. That's why you got people self-hurting. You know, that's why you got what they call them in the profession is cutters, because they cut themselves. You know, you have people that self-mutilate. You know, mutilate they body parts. You know, because they feel that that's the worst part of themselves. You know, so you got a lot of stuff that people deal with on an everyday basis, and you don't know the history.
Right.
You don't know the foundation. Remember, I said the other week that if you have a weak foundation, if your foundation have a crack in it,
right,
then the house that you build, it ain't gonna last too long.
Yeah.
So what has been done is these people have gotten messed with when they were kids.
Yeah.
And now, and even as they grow older, their foundation is weak.
Yeah.
And so what are they supposed to build the truth on? You know what I'm saying? So that's why people can't get with it in their mind, because their reality is so jacked up. You know, some of us are fortunate that we have, you know, never been, you know, messed up or messed with. And if we have been messed with, then we have, you know, gotten over it, or we've gotten some help with it. But there are people that they don't get help. They don't know what to do from point A to point B. They don't know how to operate in these things. And so what do we expect them to do? Just get over it? No, they can't. Their mind ain't there to maturity. And then when you tell them just get over it, what you did is you just open that wound all over again. because now they see that they can't trust you.
Right. Yeah. Or they can't talk to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So the person that and what you're also referring to is the group that you trust to give up to give information or personal issues that you're going through. Them saying get over it is not a good sign of a good friend.
Right.
Yeah. Because somebody who tells you just to get over it instead of actually understanding and not coming from an understanding point of view is something that I wouldn't affiliate myself with. Because if I'm disclosing a bunch of personal issues that I'm going through, stuff that still hurts me to this day, and all you can say for me is get over it, then I felt like I misused my trusting.
And that can be an even deeper room.
Yeah. And all about trust is precious. It's real precious.
Yeah. Dex said you build the truth on acceptance. I think that's really good. But I'll put it like this. You can't build trust, or you can't build the truth on acceptance, because if you accept something that is not it's not a good foundation, then you're building your life on a fallacy or a lie. Yeah. And so you're not right. You're not stable enough to hold it together. I mean, I get it, but it's just
it's like half right,
yeah,
half wrong.
Yeah. Here's another comment that says, what does it say again? Wait a minute, I lost it. It says, and again, that's why people keep stuff to themselves. Right. Is people keep stuff to themselves. Now, Dex said, no crying, just move on. Actually, you can't do that because you got to deal with that. Now, if you've never been through nothing, you can't just tell people to stop crying and move on. Right. That's their reality. Right. You can't. I don't care who you are. If you tell somebody to just stop crying and move on, then you know what? You go through what they've been through. Yeah. And then tell me how you feel afterwards. Right. Because if you've ever been raped, you will know that is the biggest betrayal in the world. Yeah. That's
a violation of your
That's life. A violation of not only your body, but your mind. Yeah. Because now, here it is. Who can I tell? Who can I trust? Right. I don't know nobody to trust. Right. You can't just say stop crying and move on. No, man.
If it's a family member or somebody that's
there you go. Yeah. Say that again.
Especially if it's a family member or a close friend.
Man. Now that's the truth. Mm-hmm. Because
then who else can I trust?
Exactly. And here it is. Now I can testify to that. Okay? To a family member. Now, have I grown up and gotten some help with it? Yes. But a family, not just one, a few of them. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. And here it is. I'm not just a man, but a girl too. Oh, not just a man, but a woman too. Right. So what do you do with that? You would say, well, stop being a punk. No, man, I ain't being no punk. I don't know what to do with these emotions. Now, here it is. It got me questioning not just my mentality, but my sexuality. Yeah. No, man, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You can't just tell somebody, move on and stop crying until you've gone through what they've gone through.
Yeah. And a lot of times we try to connect our personal feelings to somebody else instead of coming at it at a neutral standpoint.
Or we'll project our own personal on someone else.
Right.
You know, and that's not, that's not healthy to do either.
Right.
You know, so you have to have a level of sympathy and empathy for
agreed.
for
Agreed.
for your brother or your sister.
Right.
Right. That's who we are in Christ anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But see what we do now. This is what we do in Christ. Okay. Sometimes now there was a time that I had a problem with that, because what we've done in Christ is we've held the Bible as a sword. Not for cutting down differences and different things, but we've used the Bible to cut other people instead of situations and circumstances. Okay? And what we've done is we've pounced on people to, disgrade and degrade them, which is totally wrong. Look, the word teaches about love. Look, even in the midst of what we know to do, how can we do if our lives have been tainted? If our minds have been tainted along the way, our experiences. Now, we have to go through the word to renew our mind constantly, yes. But the Bible ain't no tool to cut people whichever way just because the Bible said, do this. No, if that's the case, then you stop lying, there's something wrong with you. Right? Because everybody goes through their circumstances. Everybody goes through their trouble. Everybody goes through their avenue that they don't feel so confident. Everybody goes through that.
Everybody goes through the valley.
Everybody. I don't care who you are. Now let me see you talk big when you go through your valley.
And that's going to be something about our own self-destruction.
Right.
Yes. That's going to be our own self-destruction. We don't fix that. Mainly because if we don't find time to look in ourselves and see what's wrong with ourselves and find a solution to that, in addition, because a lot of us find it and then keep rolling with it,
right,
and try to tell somebody else.
Yeah,
I know
this is just who I am. Deal with it.
Yeah. Not only that, but going to somebody else who's going through struggle and say, "Well, I know I got this problem. Not working on it," knowing that they're not working on it.
Right. That's the I guess that's like the way out of that's the easy way out of not really, confronting what's going on.
There's comments that's going on, and man, they're coming. It says it's not dwelling on the past. It's trying to deal with tragedy to move towards tomorrow. And then that they also said that's like telling somebody with cancer to just deal with it, get over it. It's not that serious. And that ain't true.
That's not true.
That ain't true.
Wow. That is not true. No.
Dex said, it's just lessons as a man. You can't keep dwelling on what the past was. Now, I get that. But you got to have help with your past if you expect to go into your future. Right. If you don't get the proper help, then you can't move forward. You stuck.
The thing is, if we're too dismissive on stuff that caused us pain, then we'll never know what it is to deal with something when it's major.
Yep.
Right. So if we don't problem solve now, then how we're going to be able to problem solve in the future? Better yet, how we're going to be able to problem solve when we bring another life into this world.
Yeah.
So, it's better. Like I said, it's better to do this right now while you in your development stage and all that, than to deal with that later and have to question, man, how much did I not, cover in my development stage now that I'm at this part of my life.
Mm-hmm. And then some stuff you probably won't find out until like millennial,
right?
Mm-hmm. So it's really not a rush, and like it is good to get it early, mm-hmm. and address it and take the steps to repair whatever is going on. But again, like I said, some stuff you probably won't find out until you in your millennial age.
Yeah, I know
Like
when you
young
get
adult.
older.
Let me put it like this. Okay. Now this is practical. This is practical where we can put this thing to use. Okay. When you say, well, this is just life, you have to deal with it. Okay. So now, if you got a water leak, okay, in your basement,
Yeah.
okay, you say, well, just deal with it. Okay, but you ain't doing nothing.
Right.
The water gonna keep on leaking,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then it's gonna destroy your stuff.
Yeah.
All right, until you get somebody professionally, because you can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where the water is leaking or whether how to fix it. So now you got to call in a professional.
Mm-hmm.
So until you call in the professional, the water gonna still leak, and then you know what? All your stuff gonna be destroyed. Then how do you get back what has been destroyed?
Yeah. Or better yet, you try to find those buckets in your life that can, whenever there's a leak, you can find your own little bucket and then just feel like.
Yeah, that eventually that's going to start overflowing.
No, that's the thing. Whenever they say like, "Oh, I'll monitor it," whenever it gets overflowing.
But then you got to go to sleep.
Replace it. Yeah.
You got to go to work.
Right.
You got children to attend to. You got a relationship to attend to. Mm-hmm. Now what? Because everything starts stacking up.
Yeah.
And now let's see you operate in the language that you think that everything okay. I just got to get over it.
Yeah.
You got to call in somebody that know what they doing in order to fix what you don't know how to fix.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing, man. And not to down or degrade anyone. The bottom line is, man, you got to make sure at all times that you are considerate to other people, their feelings, and what they have gone through and experienced in their life. Yeah. You got to. Yeah. If you don't, then what you're going to do is you're going to now be faced with the same thing that you told somebody else, just get over. Mm-hmm. And then let's see you get over it.
Yeah. Because I promise you, you're going to find that there's a lot more struggle to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot more struggle to that because it ain't just a cakewalk. It's really not. And the worst thing that you can do is try to make it seem like it is a cakewalk. Because what you're going to do, you're going to trip over yourself and you're going to give wrong information to somebody else who's going to need it in the future. Definitely. And without further ado, we got the
king is here.
No, what you doing? Hold on. No, you go ahead. Brother kept your seat warm for you.
Yeah, it does feel warm too.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, man.
Tardiness.
Introduce yourself to the people.
No, they should know who I am.
Uh-oh.
This is J-Way, y'all. Forget that. This is J-Way.
Man, I'm just saying.
But, man, Jay, we were just talking about what people can do to, well, first off, we talked about self-harm, and it just went further down that lane.
Okay.
Of not only, physical harm, but mental harm. And right now we're talking on the mental harm that people face, and not only that, how others will react to what you gotta say on what you're struggling with.
Before that, let me get some I'm gonna take a few swallows, then I'm in.
But yeah, we were talking about
Stephanie said Jay looks like he about to go into the light.
Hey, Steph, you funny. You funny. What was the question? It was like we had to stay away
because we just boom, we was just moving.
Yeah.
But the original conversation that we did have was self-harm.
Self-harm.
And have you ever encountered somebody who does self-harm to themselves, or do you have your own experience with?
Yeah, of course, one of my family suicide most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because like he never showed that she was like really going through things. And then hear that he made 2 attempts on his life. That was kind of shocking. I would always speak with her, ask her how she's doing. She's like, yeah, I'm good. And she'd be like in good spirits.
Yeah.
So when I heard the news, I was like, man, she must be really going through to, make some attempts on her life. And the fact that she has all this family around and she didn't feel the need to nobody. I was shocked. Kind of, feel bad. I'm like, man, I thought we was close enough to where to talk to me, please.
And we also did talk about, which is I'd say the current conversation right now, is how do people deal with situations that hurt them in the past that is surfacing now in your stage of life? Because some of us feel like we can't go to anybody else because of them tying in their personal feelings to your situation. And some would say that you should just move on and just keep doing you and stop, crying about it. How would you respond to something like that? Somebody just telling you move on after a very traumatizing experience.
Very insulting. Traumatized. Box, trick.
Yeah.
You tell me move on. Let's like for example, like anybody that's experiencing rape, being molested, like that. That's especially by family. You don't forget nothing like that. And you try to do things to suppress that memory, like you'll turn to drugs, drinking, or whatever else.
See, y'all realize he's saying all this. We said this earlier.
Right,
yep.
Y'all know that
He wasn't listening.
So y'all know this is real. No. I'm saying y'all know this is real. It's not just me saying this. This is real.
Yep.
Like he obviously he wasn't listening to the show, but he's still mentioning the same things I'm saying. So it's not just me just being repetitive or just sounding stereotypical.
Right. Yeah.
Or something that's not really or something that you'll think is not really going on because even he's mentioned.
Yeah, I mean that's true though. You do try to suppress stuff like that. So you turn to drugs, drink instead. You're laying in the bed with any and everybody.
I'm talking about that.
But it goes on. Yeah, man, that's disrespectful. Like, obviously, I'm coming to you because this is an everyday struggle. Still hunting me. It's like a million demons. Million spirits. Million demons. And still hunting me. So I need some help. Like.
So when somebody tells you like it's just pain, it'll go away and all that. Sometimes for others it don't go.
Certain type of pain doesn't go. It depends on how deep the wound is in your heart. Sometimes, like I said, people look for a temporary fix, and stitch part of the problem, so it's still bleeding. Because it's bleeding, whoever else come across in your life, you're gonna bleed on them.
Yeah.
Tyrone also said it's like water leak in the basement.
Yeah.
And
that you don't properly address.
Yeah.
You gotta properly heal, man. If you never heal from traumas like that, yeah, you're still gonna leak water, you're still gonna leak blood, and it's just gonna drip and drip everywhere. To the point that person that's your partner now, he drenched in water and blood.
Mm-hmm.
This person over here, they drenched in water.
Mm-hmm.
Your surrounding circle is all like drained.
Mm-hmm. And another thing too, this is what I want to cover. For those of y'all who are struggling with, coping with some things and, grieving, you want people to, console you, but you don't know how to. Just take that leap. Just take that leap, because if there's also people that's trying to be in your life and be there for you, allow them to be there for you. I've seen so many people go to dark places and all that, and they end up coming out on the other side wishing that a lot of people was around them, not even knowing that there's so many people contacting them saying that, hey, if you need me, I'm there for you. If there's anything I could do, it don't matter if I gotta go pick up something for you, just let me know. And most of the times we doubt ourselves and think that we being too much of a burden to even ask for help, and not even help like chore wise or something to eat and all that, but just needing somebody to vent to. It's too much of thinking that you're a burden, that you feel like you don't need nobody to help you because you need to fix this by yourself. Sometimes you need extra help. You need that extra hit.
Yeah. Let me just, matter of fact, come on. Mm-hmm. Just have a seat.
Yeah.
But let me just say like this. A lot of times, people say, well, I don't need to do anything. I went through my struggle. Mm-hmm. And here it is. People go through their struggle. Tough for them. They got to deal with what they got to deal with when they got to deal with. Mm-hmm. But I've been through mine, so I don't got time for people that don't, you know what I'm saying, just get over it like I did. Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you something. The biggest part about this is you can't be selfish like that. Because, number one, you don't know, your time ain't over on this earth. And you don't know what you're going to come up against at some other point in time. And with you talking like that, man, then when you face something concrete and you're going to need some help bowling through it, then let's see what your smart mouth got to say then. Mm-hmm. And I know sometimes, we think that, we big and bad because we overcame some stuff. Yeah. I done overcame some stuff. I'm 43 years old. If I tell you my whole, matter of fact, yeah, that book is coming through. So don't sleep. But when I tell my whole story, then you're going to understand, like, man, I ain't even know Tyrone went through such and such. But it's because I stand on the shoulders of people that have helped me through things. I'm not so arrogant to say, well, I went through my stuff and, man, I don't deal with, people that can't just get over stuff. Well, you're going to have your turn again. And let's see if people deal with you, because you're going to need more help than what you got. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing, man.
This is the thing. You can't go like
right.
Everybody needs everybody. We all need somebody.
Yes, sir.
To get through life.
Yeah.
Life
it is.
By yourself.
It is. It really is.
It became the fact that being dependency was a dirty word. Being dependent became a dirty word to a lot of people.
Well, it's not a matter of being dependent. It's just a matter of, hey, I need help. Well, it's really just about being honest with yourself. Yeah, I just need some help. That's all. Being honest. I ain't got it all together.
I know I don't.
I ain't got it all together, so I need some help. You see, I'm weak in a certain area, man. Educate me. Right. But then too, some people are
they're opportunists.
That, and then some, like I said earlier, they might be embarrassed and may not be comfortable asking for help. But but that's pride. That's
Like,
they have
I
pride.
struggle with that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna admit to y'all, I struggle with pride. Like sometimes, I won't ask for help. I try to get it on my own because of my pride.
Yeah. I get it. But here it is. Pride will kill you faster than any disease. Because here it is. Now, here's the thing. If you on a deserted island and all you got is sticks, how you supposed to eat? Wait a minute. How you supposed to live? Because if you don't eat, then you can't live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can't take those sticks and know what to do with those sticks to provide what you need on that deserted island, my friend, you need people. That's why God didn't just stop with Adam. I'm being honest.
That's true.
That's why God didn't stop with Adam.
That's true. He needed the help.
He needed somebody to be a comfort to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We are supposed to be comfort to one another. Not just say, well, I got over mine. You deal with yours. No, if we become hardened to other people's struggles, then our struggles become more than we can bear. And then we're going to need those same people that we stepped on our way to freedom, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I mean, again, look, I know a person now that, very arrogant. I don't need nobody. It's just me against the world. Oh, okay. Well, let's see how long that lasts. Guess what? It didn't last a year. It didn't last a year because after this is the thing, they won in a lottery. they won, I think, $2 or $3 million. It was small, and to some people that's big money.
Yeah.
But they won $3 million. All right. Within a year, that $3 million was ate up. Within a year. Now, they went in foreclosure because they never paid the back taxes on their house. Then, on top of that, all of their vehicles that they had to sell them so that they could get money to pay for their house. Now, they got a big house. They got to sell the house because the tax is so high. So, tell me, who do you need? Oh, I thought because you had money, you don't need nobody. Now, your investment wasn't good. You didn't have the right people. You didn't have the right people on your team. So,
Another thing, you need a good team.
that's it.
Listen, Jordan needed Pippen.
He needed them.
Kobe needed Shaq.
Yep.
Until he didn't need him.
Yep.
And he won with Powell.
Yep.
So he needed Powell.
Yep.
LeBron needs everybody.
Come on, man.
So,
Preach it.
I mean, come on, man. Even the greats need a sidekick.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Yep.
People don't want to be sidekick.
But they want to be in the
They
forefront,
wanna
but
be in
they
the
don't
front,
want to.
yeah.
They don't want to do what it takes to be in the forefront.
Right.
That's the thing. You got to know your role.
You got to take all the weight.
If you a Robin, stay Robin. I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
That's it.
Because and that's why I feel like I came across a lot. Some people don't want to be the sidekick because they feel like the person who's the front man, the person who's the front man did all the footwork, so they're liable to say whenever they're going through some problems that that their word matter more than me being the sidekick. And if for any type of reason the sidekick gets more attention than the
Look, somebody said, "Wait, Robin wasn't needed. He was just there."
No, he was needed.
He was
needed.
He was needed.
Eventually, he was needed.
Robin was needed. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Robin was needed.
That's right. Just same with Batgirl, Nightwing.
Mm-hmm.
They were all his sidekicks too.
Yeah.
Red
Yeah.
Hood too, but we ain't finna talk about that.
Well, Red Hood was the original Robin.
Yeah, but still.
He was Jason Todd, but yeah,
he go talk about
right.
that.
That's another story.
Yeah. But like I said, if any reason the sidekick gets through any type of limelight,
yeah.
or if anything they go through some struggle,
yeah,
they fear that the hero or Batman is
right.
gonna come at them and say, "Look, I put you in this position, and I made sure that you were straight on either end that you needed, and all this. I can take you down at any point."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's that wondering in the back of their head of,
if I bite the hand that feed me,
yeah,
you know, what's gonna happen? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's got a lot to do with why people don't and we said it before, why people don't tell, about what's going on in their lives.
Yeah.
They would rather just be stressed out than to tell somebody that really don't give to what.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, because here it is. If we could trust one another, man, this world would be so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't need police officers. If we could trust one another, I mean, if that was the case, we wouldn't need lawyers and doctors. If we could trust one another, but because we don't trust one another, we can't. If we can't trust one another, then that's why everybody is an inventor nowadays. That's why everybody got their own thing nowadays, because we can't trust one another. If African American people trusted one another, we would be way on up the road. But we don't trust one another. The thing about us, we want to pull one another down once we get at least 2 steps ahead.
There's this thing that I hold trust. Trust.
Yeah.
Love you, that means I trust you.
Yeah.
Trust you, that means I'm loyal.
Mm-hmm.
You mess up any one of those 3, I can't rock whatsoever.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Then we have a problem.
Hey, if I can't trust you, then my love for you, I can't have no love for you, because I can't trust you.
Yeah.
And that means I ain't gonna be loyal to you.
I get it.
Because you ain't nothing to me now.
I get it.
Yeah.
But in that same breath, I get that we don't give everybody chances, or can give them multiple chances.
Right.
But they're not my enemy because I can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this. I'm not going to kill my enemy because they tried to kill me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spare their lives and see if they have the same thing in their heart to now spare me when I need. Right? So the biggest thing is that even if I spare them, somebody else, it don't have to be me, somebody else gonna kill them. Right? Because they're going to show themselves, not just to me, but they're going to show themselves to the wrong person.
Yeah.
And the other person going to get them. Not me.
They don't care about that.
Right. A snake is a snake. But that don't mean I have to get him.
No, he ain't got
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody think, oh, I'm a GD, or I'm vice lord. Look, man, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it don't matter what you are. It matters what you, the character that you possess. That's what matters. Because that's what people see. And then people are looking for people that can be trusted. Can you be one of those?
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, a millionaire ain't gonna trust you with $1 million if you can't be trusted with $2. With $2.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, if they see me being able to be trusted with $2, they have no problems with coming and saying, look, Tyrone, look, Wiz, look, Jay, Keys, I'm gonna fork y'all over $1 million. I need y'all to go ahead and distribute this the right way. Because they already seen us in action.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look, I keep saying it, there's always somebody watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can be trusted with a little bit, then somebody is watching you for the much.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep on with the little bit.
Hey, that's true though. Somebody is always watching.
Always.
Me and Keith's mother always tell me, hey, y'all always got eyeballs.
Yeah.
So that's why when it comes to Facebook, I don't put certain things on Facebook. Just knowing the fact that I do have eyeballs on.
Yeah.
My thing is, I wouldn't want to put my personal business like that out there to the public because in some cases I feel like the internet doesn't care about your feelings.
Right.
It's all about how you're gonna deal with it. And how can I deal with it is by finding a solution. And if I need help finding that solution, I go find that help.
See, that's the thing about it. Like I said earlier, that's the thing about the internet. The internet is unfiltered, and the thing is, your pain is their entertainment,
their pleasure.
So, I watch what I post on like Instagram, Facebook. Like I said, I don't put a lot of my personal stuff out. If I'm dealing with something, you're not gonna know that unless I know you. You feel me? So, yeah.
But everybody don't think like that. Most people, this job, such and such and such. Don't you know, dummy, this the World Wide Web?
Right, I was gonna say that too. Like,
you putting your job business on the web. Don't you know that your job is looking?
Yeah.
They can look in on you. All they got to do is put up your name. Well, I got parameters. Dumb.
There's always a loophole.
There's always always got a friend of a friend that's got a friend that know that person.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, all they got to say, look, let me look on your page and see.
6 degrees of separation.
Come on, man.
Because I knew
we
a
got to
guy.
stop with the foo-foo.
I knew a guy that he would air out a lot of his grievances on Facebook and Instagram. He would put them in, either he would post.
Got the Facebook muscles, man. Stop.
Or he would go on Instagram, put it in his story. And I told him, I'm like, dude, that's the worst thing you can do, man.
Yep.
You can miss blessings like that.
Yep.
And you can miss opportunities like that.
Definitely miss.
Man, I want to name drop so bad. Because we be telling this dude.
Like, man, dude.
Well, we used to tell this dude.
And I'm not the only person that has told him that.
Right. Like,
it's been a handful of other people because,
I swear I want to do it right now.
Don't do it.
Again, they know a person that know a person that know a person that work in high places.
Yeah.
So, and they were watching.
Yeah.
Like, man.
And the thing is, he's still doing it. He's dummy. You're still doing it.
Like, man, he's very talented, but
His
character. He talks too much.
His character.
He goes on like he's airing out everything on Facebook, and that's not.
And still doing it. Not just Facebook, Instagram too. Probably Snapchat.
Man, look. I'm gonna tell you like this: them Facebook muscles, man, that'll get you messed up real quick in real life. Because here it is, you selling wolf tickets that you cannot cover.
We know he can.
That team losing.
You cannot cover.
You're gonna lose every time you play that game.
Look, again, man, it's people out here that stone cold killers. They will come for you. And you ain't gotta.
You won't know.
You ain't gotta. Well, I'm such and such, and they won't come for you. Then what you gonna do? Your family, man. Your family is involved because you talking all of this mess. And there's so many people that doubt that they can be dealt with. You got Dorinda said insta muscles.
Hey, that's true, Dorinda. That's the muscle.
Right. Don't get
That's
it
the
twisted.
thing.
though.
You won't see a killer until it's too late.
Man,
You won't see the killer until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
put your dark shades on, they coming.
So I keep mine on.
Woo, boy.
See me coming.
Trying to tell you, look, this is crazy.
Understand.
Because, bro, you can assassinate your own character, person, or assassinate yourself.
Yeah, yeah. By your mouth.
By
Look,
your mouth.
your life can be built on your mouth. What you speak out of your mouth, your life can bank on.
Yeah.
You can look, everything that you speak out of your mouth, it's a deposit into a bank.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of bank are you putting it in?
I tell that to people all the time. Like, if you keep speaking negativity of your life, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah. All my haters. Look, I don't base my life off of haters. And this ain't to, step on nobody. I don't base my life on no haters. Because if I think that low, then I ain't got much of a life anyway.
Yeah.
You always go in the worst case scenario. Quit doing that.
Man.
As long as you keep thinking like that and speaking that, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Quit doing that to yourself.
Then some people will come with, well, I have to assume the worst.
Don't
No,
always
you don't.
assume
No, you
the
don't.
worst.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I want to go ahead and switch gears and go ahead to what I said we was gonna go to.
Okay.
That was
Sick.
no people. Well,
This
yeah.
dude is.
Yeah. But
I mean, that's what he said.
But the habit, but the thing is how people turn that into a habit to cope with something that's really bothering them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they're trying to do it with people who are in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or just doing it with people who are single but are looking to find somebody.
That's meaty right there.
Yeah. First off, I want to go to the people who trying to do it with other single people who are also single. If you're single and you're dealing with somebody else who's single but they're looking for a relationship, don't play that ring around the rosy with them. Because not only that, like I said, that assassinates your character, but that also assassinates you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how you're gonna play that card with them.
Right.
Because you do that, and they're not that type of person. But okay, you still gonna play the little game with them and everything without them knowing that they looking for an end result. You looking for a continuous thing that you can do on a regular basis and all that without no strings attached. And if you with somebody who's not for that, but you still playing the game with them, I say that you're gonna be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah.
Most people out here, you can really traumatize them. You can damage their whole mental psyche.
You really can.
Because some people base their life off of giving people affection and looking for
Base their life off of giving affection.
Yeah.
Or looking for affection.
Yep.
Even that too.
I've heard of pussy. I've heard of base.
I know this guy is fictional, but shout out to Charlie Harper.
Oh man.
2.5 Men, because he was doing that. Like all the women he was sleeping with.
That's not giving affection. That's just smash.
That was what he was doing though.
That was giving affection.
No, I'm talking about to the men and women that do it just because just so they can get affection and hope for in that return.
Giving it in the hopes of getting it in return. Then that means you've been
deceiving.
Well,
no, you trying to seek validation of somewhere.
It's being deceptive.
But that's why I say it's not good to do that to the other person that's looking for affection, because you never know A lot of people
So
are
wait.
very messed up in it. Let me
No, I was trying to get
Let me wrap real quick.
clear.
Let me wrap real quick before you do it. If I need to clear anything else, I do that. But what I'm saying is, if there's a guy or woman that's out here that's just sleeping with other dudes or other girls just because, not knowing that this person is looking for actual affection, and this is why they're doing having sex with you and all that, in hopes of getting a relationship or a possible marriage with you, and you're only there just for the runaround, then you're damaging them.
Okay, so you're saying for the people who giving the affection, they're giving it to a particular person. Hope that
Yeah, not knowing that they're just doing a runaround.
they're doing a runaround with them.
No, the other person's doing the runaround with them that they're giving it to in hopes of getting it back.
Oh, so the other person that's receiving all this, they receive the person giving it.
That's what I
In
say.
hopes
It's
of getting it
deception.
back. Yeah.
It's being
Yeah,
deceiving.
That's being deceiving, but you're also taking advantage of that person.
Yeah, it's deception.
Yeah, you're taking advantage.
It's deception.
Because you see, like, there's a need there, and they need love.
Whenever you taking advantage, it's called deception.
Yeah.
And you got a lot, man. You have so many people out here doing that. It's not right. But at the same time, a lot of people doing it, and you got men and women doing it. That ain't no gender specific, group.
Oh, can I throw this out there? Because this ties into what you talked about. Let's talk about Jada and her entanglement.
Oh Lord.
That was last
Wouldn't that
year,
classify for one of this? Wouldn't that go in that category? Because she was going through what she was going through with Will. August was going through what he was going through in his head. And, like, she kind of took advantage of him, right? Like, because he was in a bad state mentally. And, they were cool. They were friends and everything. And then, she was kind of, she was on the rocks with Will. And then, then you bring the two together. That's just
the entanglement.
But
hey, won't they classify as that?
Yeah.
Did she take advantage?
I say yeah, because it looks bad. It looks bad on that end. I just wanted to know, like, was this already established? Like, hey, I'm only doing this just to get these feelings that I'm trying to get out.
No, that boy fell in love with that woman.
Yeah, and that's what's sad about it.
Him.
That's what's sad about it. But still, I wanted to know, like, did she clarify it?
Absolutely not. Because if there was clarity, he wouldn't be. Come on, man.
Because if not, then that's having buyer's remorse.
But keep in mind, at the time, he was in his 20s, she in her 40s. What you think?
Yeah.
Hey, here's what I say. Here's what I say to this. I don't agree with what Jada Pinkett did right.
Well, hold on now.
These
are two grown adults, okay? These two grown adults. She could have said
both consenting adults.
Right, they both consenting adults. You can't. Well, I see where you're coming from, but it's like, hey, everybody grown. They gonna do what he gonna do what he do. She gonna do what she do.
But it don't make it right though.
I ain't saying.
I say I don't agree. I don't agree with what Jada Pinkett did at all. I don't think.
But you will have some people. But you'll find that some people would agree.
And to those, I say, why do you agree to that?
They can have a million and one reasons. Because of, number one, let's just say their husband is, or they significant other, whatever they person is checked out mentally. Let's just say they've checked out emotionally. They can have a million and one reasons that make it right in their mind. But just because their reason don't line up to what you feel or what I feel, it don't mean that they didn't have a reason. Now, is it right? I don't think it's right. But some people just think it's like, okay, this is good. I understand why they did. I'm not happy. I really am not. I'm not happy. But I get it.
My only thing is, like, the fact that August felt that man did fail with that one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
But she took advantage of a young man.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, that's what I was
he
going to
was
say.
in a vulnerable state.
She took advantage of a young man, and he was legit in his feelings,
He was.
and he's still in his feelings.
Dude, man,
You still ain't seen him.
I'm 24 and I'm knocking down the 40-some-year-old. Come on. Shoot.
She putting that thing on him.
Let's be real.
She putting that thing on him.
But see, that's
Come on,
the
be
but,
real,
but,
man.
but what I was gonna say is that's the danger that sex brings. Though those are the dangers of sex.
Yeah.
Hey, but you signed up for that, so I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah.
You signed
But
up.
again-
I ain't trying to hear that.
But again,
That's what
You
I'm saying.
signed up for
Buyers
that. I'm
remorse.
not trying to hear it.
I understand,
Please,
but
I don't care. You decided to go that route.
those are the
I don't
dangers
care.
of sex.
You signed up for that. That's your fault.
There's buyers
That's
remorse
your
right
Oh
there.
my goodness. Yo,
That's your fault. But that's real though. You made a choice.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
deal with
right,
your
you did.
choice.
Right, it is. But again, that's why you have to understand the dangers.
It's too late for that. No, it's too late for that.
But you can
It's
say
too late
you
for
can
that.
say no. You can
It's
say
too-
no.
You can say no, but you didn't. So it's too. I ain't trying to hear no.
Why
buyer's
would
remorse.
you?
I ain't
Why
trying
would
to hear
you? Matter of fact, why would any man say no to somebody throwing themselves or throwing themselves?
Any heterosexual male.
Well, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Why would it look? Would you turn it down?
Hell no.
You said
Hell no.
no. He said no. Look, Key said yeah.
You said yeah. You can leave right now. You lying, cause you lying. You lying. You lying. You a man before anything. You're right. I can't say what I really want. You a man before anything.
You're right.
So you got a woman of that caliber throwing it at you. You gonna say no?
No, you not.
You want to know why I would say no?
Why?
Why you gonna say no?
That's not my wife. That's not my wife. That's not.
All right,
No,
ladies
it's
and
not.
gentlemen, it's been
It's
real.
not.
But this show is over with.
Hey,
That's the
man,
truth.
man.
I appreciate y'all
Man.
tuning in. You lying, bro.
That's the
That's your
truth
brother.
right
You
there.
lying.
That's the truth right there.
No, because look, it's about self-control.
This is funny.
It's about self-control.
That's
Bruh.
the truth right there.
Dude,
Self-control. So
Okay.
you just admitted
Okay,
that you don't have
Keith.
self-control.
I admitted that I fall for that. Absolutely.
And you gonna find
Okay.
yourself in the same predicament as August did.
But I'm
Okay,
being
Keith.
honest though. I'm being honest with myself.
You want to go through that though?
Okay, Key.
You don't have to. You don't have to go through that.
That'd be my choice though, because I know my weakness. My weakness is women.
Oh Lord.
That's
You gonna lose every time.
That's
Oh,
my weakness. I'm
Lord.
being real
You
with y'all.
gonna
That's
lose
my
every time.
weakness.
You gonna lose every time. You need.
No, because it's not with everyone.
Oh no, man.
It's not with everyone.
Oh no, man.
You sure?
It's not with
Oh,
everyone.
no.
No.
Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, me at 43, I've been through some things. I'm married. I'm thankful for my wife. I promise you, I love my wife. But the things that I've been through, I don't look. I had to pray on that one. Like, Lord, deliver me from this evil. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna put myself in that situation,
Right.
because I ain't gonna tempt my flesh. But at the same, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it like that. But what I am saying is, any man would, they would go head over heels for that. Any ordinary man that's that young with a woman of that age,
Right.
they gonna feel like they winning, bruh.
Exactly.
Of course.
I'm saying,
That's a
no,
trophy.
you don't understand.
Dude, Keith, that's a trophy.
Look,
You
look,
only 20-something and you got this 40-something-year-old.
Look,
That's a trophy.
I'm with y'all on that. I agree.
but what I'm saying is, at his age, then at her age, man, I'm smashing Jada Pinkett. Really?
Right.
No. Jada Pinkett Smith, because she's married. Are you serious? She an actor? She got money?
She got prestige. All of that.
She got clout. Man, man. I mean, they're just one for the books. Because
You just scratched it off your bucket list.
I'm just saying, man, most young guys his age, Man,
Of course, no question they going.
They would, man.
That's a young guy.
Yeah. But at the same time, you got a lot of
older guys.
A lot of older guys that would fall for that.
Right, ain't just young. It's older dudes too.
Yeah.
That's Wiz. It's older dudes.
Yeah.
Man, I was about to cuss. It's older dudes too.
Yeah, man.
Like, when y'all say that they would go, I'm in agreement with you. I'm saying me personally.
You would go, bro. I guarantee it.
How you figure?
I guarantee
How you
it.
figure?
Man, look. No, sorry. I know I went straight. Sorry. Let me.
Man, dude, because it's like you really want to go there, but we on the radio.
Okay. Let me say it like this. Man, at that age, you ain't thinking about consequences. Now, you and August probably a couple of years apart. What? What? Three? Y'all the same age?
They the same age.
Okay. So
August 28th.
Yeah.
So look. So check this out.
22.
Right. So the thing is, you got a grown, sexy woman, not just grown and sexy, rich and famous, and then on top of that, she gonna throw it at you, bro.
He's throwing it.
She gonna throw it at you, and you gonna say, "Well, no, man, stop. I'm gonna lock you up, bro.
Hold on.
I'm gonna lock you in the closet, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna lock you in the closet.
Let's go with that. Let's for the sake of, let's say, yeah, you say no the first 5 times.
And she throw it at you again.
That 6th, 7th, or 8th time.
You gonna fall in.
Cause she gonna find a way inside your pants.
Man.
She gonna find a way.
She gonna grab you or something.
It's some women out there that's good at that. Look, they good
of
at
course,
it.
the force is strong with this one.
Hey,
No,
man.
Listen. No, you going.
America. Let me
You
tell you,
going.
this is, I'm giving you.
You going.
This is especially for the guys. If a woman really wants you, like really wants you,
she can hide you,
I'm
boy.
gonna take my shades off of this. If she really wants you, there's nothing you can do to stop that. Nothing.
Man, you can run.
What's on these cups?
You can run. No, look.
Hey, if she wants you, man,
He go Dex.
It's over with.
Dex was like, no, you never use a condom on the older woman.
That's Dex.
No, look.
That's him all day.
Shout out, hey.
He go Dex again. He was like, that's cap. That happened to us yesterday, Jay.
Yesterday? What happened yesterday?
You just gonna air out dirty lines?
Wait,
like
whoa.
that?
Look, Dex.
We're not gonna disclose that on the show.
Okay.
That's personal. Like, nah.
I know.
Yeah. What happened outside? Yeah.
Look,
What happened outside?
Dex said, Cal, that's cap. Kendall, that's cap. We got offered that yesterday. Again.
But we said no.
We said no.
Look,
We said no.
Yeah, we said no. We turned that
Look,
one down.
See?
Stephanie said,
that was damaged goods.
Stephanie said, I wouldn't go through that hell, no.
Thank you.
I even been through things I would still say no. Look, Dorinda said, this the life show, give it to him real.
Hey, we being straight up.
And for real, I would say no.
No, come on, dude. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
In her position?
Dude, it ain't even got to be a Jada, okay? It ain't even got to be older chick. Any chick, period. If they really want you, man, it's over with. There's nothing you can do to stop that.
You capping, bro.
Okay.
You
Here's
capping.
what I say. Here's what I say.
You capping.
Okay, here's what I say. If I know for sure that I'm confident that I'm gonna say no to this female, then I'm gonna say no. But now if it's, because I just got done watching thing.
Oh no, man! Don't run.
If it's
Smitty, don't run.
If it's Donna from Black Ink Crew, then I need to fold for that one. I'm not gonna lie. I would fold.
Wait,
Don't-
Donna from Black Ink?
Yes, I would, bro. And I
Hey, I'm
wish you
saying
would
no
say
to that.
something, bro.
I'm saying
If
no.
I would say something, bro.
Okay, that's something I
Inside of that,
I'm saying no.
inside of that,
I'm
bro.
good, bro.
No,
Did
no,
he
no,
just say
no,
Donna?
no.
Did he-
Listen.
Did he say Donna?
Listen.
I'm stunned.
Listen, bro.
Did you
Hold
say-
on.
I'm
I'm
stunned.
with keys on.
Hold on.
with
What made
keys
you
on
say
that.
no?
I'm saying no.
What made you
Yes.
say no?
I'm saying no.
What make you say
You
no?
know how? Oh man.
I'm
Right,
stunned.
Yeah.
I'm stunned.
I can't say what I want, but
What make you say no?
Donna
she
Wiz.
trash, bro.
What make you say
She
no?
trash.
Oh man.
She trash.
Number one, I'm not attracted to that. Look, Donna's a beautiful woman, but nah, not for me.
She trash, bro. Like you want
That's
it?
your flavor, bro.
right.
That's your
That's a lot. That's a lot of woman, Wiz.
That's
It is
your
a lot of
flavor.
women.
That's a lot of woman, Wiz.
It is.
He like it. Look at his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes like, yeah.
Well, you
Give
got
me
it.
all that.
Hey, you can have it. You can have it. Hey, that's your speed. That's cool. I ain't
Look,
liking you for it.
Dex said everything about her is fake.
Well, no.
Who you talking about? Who you talking about?
Talking
Sky?
about Donna.
He talking about Sky.
He talking about.
Look, no, he said Donna is nothing but plastic.
You talking about Sky?
No, that's what he said. He said Donna is nothing but plastic.
Might as well get one of them plastic bags out
You
there.
talking about Sky?
Not every.
Oh, he talking about Sky. Oh, okay.
He talking about Sky.
Oh my
He talking about
goodness.
plastic bag.
Y'all funny, bro.
He said plastic.
We just being real with y'all, like, and that's true. Like,
Y'all are funny, boy.
like that's
Look, he said y'all naming people publicly. That's kind of tacky.
Well, she's a public figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is. She is a public
She's
figure.
a public figure.
Right.
Yeah, she is. But y'all funny in the mud, boy.
Well, I'm being real with y'all. Like, hey, yeah, if a woman really wants you, if she really wants you, there's no stopping that. I had a chick that really wanted me, and I fell for it. Unfortunately.
The roper dope.
No, that was unfortunately.
Got him.
Yeah.
Why you say fortunate?
Because I feel like that was a waste of time.
Wow.
Okay.
We know who it is too,
Yeah.
but we not gonna do that. So
I ain't gonna do
No,
that.
man.
we not gonna do that.
Let's stop dropping names.
Mhm.
Man, all these names in this bucket, man, they gonna overflow.
Dex know who I'm talking about too.
Oh, Lord. Don't say it. Don't say it, Dex. Don't say it.
Don't put
say
a
it.
name in there, man.
Yeah.
Don't say it, Dex. I was just about to
yeah,
say it.
yeah,
Don't
Dex,
say it.
don't do that. Don't do that.
But for real, I want to talk about another one too. That's regarding that is people who are single that are messing with people who are married.
That's why I wouldn't do it. That woman married.
Okay. Now, that one I can go with. I can understand why. And to know your standard, Keys, to know your standard, I get that. I get that. But anybody else, bruh, your knees folded. I guarantee you.
Yeah, if you single.
I guarantee you.
Yeah, if you single.
And if I really like you and vibe with you, then yeah,
What
of course.
I've learned is this: never say never. We always say that we won't do certain things growing up,
Until we in that situation.
right? But when you're placed in a situation where it's like, man, I know what's wrong,
But it feel right.
Man.
It's like you be.
So how you gonna say no to Donna though? Like how you gonna say no? To
We
Donna?
back on this.
I'm with Keys. I'm not attracted to her like that.
No,
I'm not
man.
attracted to her like that.
No.
I'm not saying that she ugly.
Look,
She's not ugly.
Dorinda said, who's at fault then? The single person or the married person? Who's at fault?
I say no.
I feel like this: if the single person is in the knowledge of knowing that the person is married, but if the single person didn't know, then it's married.
Say that again.
If the single person was in the knowledge of knowing that the other person is married, they're both there.
Okay.
But if the single person did not know that the other person did not,
Okay. I can get that. I can get that. I can get with
because
that.
my thing is this: once you're in the knowledge of knowing, then you're responsible for whatever happens.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true that. True that. I mean, here it is. There's a lot of situations in the world, man, that we see every day, and people have to be more careful now than ever, because you can be sleeping with your cousin or your family member. You know what I'm saying? If you don't ask
if you don't know your history,
if you don't ask questions or you don't know your history, and we all out here brothers and sisters because we all came from the same two people. And here it is. The thing is, again, man, if you don't know your family lineage or history, man, you'll wind up hitting your first cousin. You know, I mean, people out here having babies that they don't know, and then that baby circle around, then here it is a half brother sleeping with a half sister, all that kind of crazy mess. I'm trying to tell you, man. Here it is. Dorinda said the married person is always wrong. They took the vow, not the single person. I get it, but if the single person, like Jay said, if the single person knows, then you wrong. You are held liable.
Both parties will be wrong.
Right.
But
right.
As if he knows.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Both parties will be wrong. In that scenario, then both parties are at fault.
If you don't know, then you get a pass. You didn't know, but if you do know, then you're wrong.
What the comments say?
Dex said you're gonna grow out of that bad B phase as you get older. And then Stephanie says, I wouldn't fall for that. That could end up being a trap. Screw that. And then Dex said, especially in fellowship.
Hey, dude, what are you doing, bro? Oh my God. Why did you do that? Dex, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why would you do that, dude? I'm going to call you after this live go off. You shouldn't have did that. Why would you?
Wow. But, hey.
I gotta read the comments before I read them out.
Bruh, why would you do that?
What's the life show, y'all?
We got about we got 8 minutes left. We got 8 minutes.
Please delete that, sir. Please.
But hey,
please delete that.
We're gonna use this time. We're gonna use this time.
Oh Jesus!
Give out our social media.
Yeah, that's yeah.
My brain is in overload, man. Oh my God.
Well, look, y'all.
Follow me on Instagram at Jay the Diplomat, Facebook J-Way. Go ahead.
Y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Key Product and go like me on Facebook, DJ Key Product.
Y'all follow me on my Instagram at DJ_D_WHIZZ.
Look, check it out. Now you can follow the live show on all social media as well as our website, www.thelifeshowpodcast.com. As well as you can come on down to the studio, 5490 Broadway. That's Suite L6. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is getting more, better, and better, and better. Just don't doggone Dexter. Bruh.
Don't be Dex.
Just don't be Dex. Like, bro. Oh, man. Hey, delete that, bro.
Look, make sure y'all go ahead, follow all this information. Follow the live show. We on Fridays, Wednesday, Friday, 5 to 7.
Man.
Well, look. On Mondays from 6 to 7 is Motivation Monday. Okay, on Wednesday is Word Wednesday from 6 to 7, right here on live stream as well as another radio station. And then on top of that's Monday and Wednesday. Thursdays, you know what time it is. All right. Now, this coming Friday, don't come for Fire Friday. We're going to do it on Friday the 13th. What you know. All right. We're going to do Fire Friday on Friday the 13th for August. All right, so y'all want to be here for that. We gonna start promptly, so y'all get in, so we can get it cracking.
Yeah.
All right, we got some upcoming announcements and all that good stuff. Y'all don't want to miss it.
Yeah. And with that being said, make sure y'all go ahead and follow us on Underground Hitters Radio.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
On Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you go to the website at undergroundhitters.com. And if you have an Android and iPhone, search up Hitters Radio.
Yeah.
And
App Store.
Yep. So and Google Play. Yep. And with that being said, it's your boy DJ D Wiz.
I am DJ Key Product. I'm J-Way.
You know, I'm TBJ.
Love y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Lord, have mercy. Please call.